All right. Hey there, Jess here from Jessie on a Journey. Super excited to be here on Facebook Live talking about Pinterest today. If you have not yet, in the promo that I published yesterday telling you about this workshop, I posted a link to a free worksheet that actually goes over all the things I'm going to be talking about, and it'll, give you a checklist so you do not miss a step when you are revamping your Pinterest profile, which Pinterest is really, really powerful for a blog brand. And maybe like you, for so long, I thought Pinterest was just about recipes and weddings and crafts, pretty much everything that I'm not good at. And I had no idea why I should even be on it. But I started to see when a lot of my peers were seeing great success on Pinterest, I started really tweaking mine and learning some strategies, tweaking some strategies, learning what worked. And today, actually, it is the second largest driver of traffic to my blog after organic search. So I'm a believer, and I'm going to be going over step by step how you can revamp your Pinterest profile. Now, as I'm going over the steps, one thing I wanted to make clear is that while you do, of course, want to grow your Pinterest following, your real goal is to grow your blogging business through Pinterest. Use Pinterest as a tool to grow your blog brand and get people to read your content and subscribe to your email list and buy your awesome products and services. And Pinterest definitely has the power to do that. Now, before I get into the steps, I also wanted to note that I am launching Travel Blog Prosperity Round 2. First day will be October 1st, and the doors will close September 30th, the day before that. And we had our first round in June. If anyone's ever attended my Facebook Live workshops, I've talked about my Travel Blog Prosperity coaching before. It's a lot of fun. The first group was in June. We have a really engaged group right now. We're learning a ton, enjoying hearing people's questions on the live coaching calls. A bunch of the students have already partnered with paying brands, and just a lot of stuff's going on there. Each month we focus on a different blogging topic, learning through how-to implementation guides, checklists so you don't miss anything, video master classes, live coaching calls. There is a weekly opportunities newsletter. And the really awesome thing is that I'm giving away October for just $1, just like I did last June. The reason for that is before signing up, I want you to be really, really comfortable with the program. I want you to see just how much you get for your money before signing up for the $49 per month fee. So sign up before September 30th and you will get an entire month for just $1. And what we will be focusing on is branding. So we'll have the whole course on branding, and you will leave with a workbook that will be your blog brand style guide that you can keep for the rest of your blogging career. This isn't just something that I make for students. You can see I use this myself. I fill in all the sheets, and I find it really helpful in my own business. Last thing, if you sign up before September 22nd, I have a bunch of early bird freebies that I'll show you. So one, you get a free blog critique. And if you don't have a blog yet, that's fine. You can just tell me your ideas for your blog and I will give you some pointers. In the critique, I will give you actionable tips that you can use for improvement. You'll also get a guide to landing and rocking press trips. It's a step-by-step guide with also some best practices as well. So it's a pretty thick book there. And I will also give you some email templates so you have a better idea of what to say to subscribers. There is a best practices worksheet just so you know what to actually say to these people that sign up to your email list, because your email list is extremely important, and I will talk about that in the workshop. So let's get started. I have some notes here so that I don't miss any of the steps that I've noted that I want to talk to you about. And the first step is looking at your profile picture. Now, a lot of people I see will have a landscape or, a group of people, 4 people in a space that's like this big, not even. I personally think it's always good to have a nice, bright close-up of your face so people know who you are and you're already starting to grow that relationship with your new follower, even if you don't realize it. You know, if you have a picture of a pineapple, it's not the worst thing in the world, but people aren't really going to know who you are. They're not going to understand who they're following. So have a bright, nice close-up of your face, if that makes sense for your brand, and help people to better understand who you are. Now, the second step is to understand how you can help people, and you want to make this really clear. So what I always tell people is a really easy formula that you can put on any of your social media bios. I help, fill in the blank with the group of people you help, do something. So, you know, I help couples plan around the world honeymoons. I help budding photographers take better travel photos. Whatever it is, you can put that right in your bio so that people don't have to click around and waste time. They'll know immediately who you are and how you can help them and why they should follow you. So now the third step, you've told them how you can help them, why they should follow you. So step 3, you want to create something that will actually help them right away. And this is something you can promote on Pinterest, on any of your social media, but also within your content, in your blog header, on your blog sidebar, in a pop-up on your blog, really everywhere. And what this is you want to create something that helps your readers and your social media followers solve a problem quickly. So if, say, you help travel photographers take better pictures, maybe your content upgrade or this freebie that helps them right away is a photography settings cheat sheet or an email course to help people take better pictures. Checklists, worksheets, PDFs, swipe sheets, resource libraries, these are all great content upgrades, aka freebie, opt-in freebies, that show people, that let you show people your stuff right away. So basically, people get this opt-in freebie when they sign up for your email list. So, you know, you're growing your email list with people who are genuinely interested in your topic, but you're also helping them right away so that they remember you. Because if they just follow you on Pinterest, they're not going to remember who you are in a week, most likely. But if you give them something that helps them solve a problem, they are going to trust you. You're going to have grown your own expertise in your niche, and they'll realize that. So step 4 is actually adding the content upgrade to your Pinterest profile, and this is really easy. There's a tool called Bitly, bit.ly, that lets you create custom links. So, you know, say you create your content upgrade and it's a checklist, and you add it to Google Drive to store in the cloud. That link is kind of ugly, the shareable Google Drive link. But you can add it to a Bitly link, and you can make it whatever you want. But actually what you want to make the Bitly link is your subscriber opt-in form. So the sheet that people will use to sign up for your email list, where they put name and email, and maybe you have a pop-up that says, you know, want to take better pictures? Snag my free cheat sheet or checklist. You can create your own custom link. It could say whatever you want, bit.ly/free-photo-cheat sheet. Make it really clear what it is. I like to have the word free right in there so that people are reminded that you're giving them something awesome for free. And in your Pinterest bio, add a sentence that just says, swipe my free photography cheat sheet, whatever it is, colon, put the Bitly link, and you've given them something right away. They have another reason to follow you on Pinterest, subscribe to your blog, read your emails, all that good stuff. So step 5, make it really clear who you are. So of course, your picture, yes, and your bio, yes, but also your name, that title that people see right when they look at your Pinterest profile. So some people might just put their name, Jessie Festa. But the thing is, Pinterest works more like a search engine than, say, Instagram or Facebook, which have completely different algorithms. Instead, Pinterest works more like Google. So you want to add keywords where possible that you want to rank for to help your content rank higher in Pinterest. So instead of just putting your name in the title, put a pipe, this kind of line like that, or even a dash, and write what you do. So for example, mine says something like Jessie on a Journey, solo female traveler plus blogging tips. And that's me telling people right away who I am and what I do, but also helping my profile rank higher on Pinterest for solo travel and blogging tips. So for step 6, you're gonna actually create and optimize your boards. You can start with 10, maybe 10 to 20 boards, just so your Pinterest profile looks full and not too empty. You wanna create boards that are in line with your niche. So, if your blog is about solo female travel and you're posting your wedding photos or your baby photos and those kind of things, it doesn't make sense. So any boards that are about weddings or babies or cats or any of that, make those private and hidden so that people who actually want to follow your blog brand aren't confused by what you're posting. So you want to make sure that your boards are very in line with the content that you produce, which will help not confuse your readers. But also if you're writing about solo female travel and solo female safety and maybe solo female gear, these kinds of topics, you'll automatically have a board right there for you to pin these articles to. So it makes complete sense. Another thing, you want to be pinning your own pins to these boards, but also be on the lookout for other people's pins as well. Actually, it's best practice to pin more of other people's stuff than your own. So keep that in mind as you are populating these boards. For the next step, you want to optimize these boards, and I actually put that in the same step as the last one, but you want to optimize these boards with keywords. And you don't have to worry about the board descriptions actually making sense. Feel free to just stuff them with keywords. You can do keyword, comma, keyword, comma. So if your board is solo female travel, maybe it's solo female travel, traveling alone, female travel, traveling solo, all these different keywords that you would like to rank for, put them right in that pin board, the board description, to help it rank higher in Pinterest, because again, it works more like a search engine than a typical social media platform. So keywords are keywords is what's gonna help you rank higher. The next step is enabling rich pins. So it's a little bit hard to describe, but in the worksheet that I told you to download, I will reshare this video when this workshop is done and include the worksheet again, as well as a blog post that details how to do this. It'll be more clear. But basically, you want to enable rich pins because it adds more details to your pins and it helps them rank higher in Pinterest. It's actually really easy. For a long time, I actually thought it was really hard, and I read all these articles that said that I should hire a developer if I wasn't really sure what I was doing, but it's actually really simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to download the Yoast SEO plugin, and you're going to make sure that advanced settings is enabled. Then there's a link that you need to click. It is right in the blog post that I'm going to share and the worksheet that I'm going to share when I repost this video on my Facebook feed. But it's just a link that you get right on the Pinterest website. You enter any blog post link, basically any link on your blog besides for the homepage. So, pick a blog post you love, throw the link into this area of the page that Pinterest has, and just click the button to submit it. And within actually a minute, I had already been approved for rich pins. It was that easy as just submitting this link. So you'll see in the worksheet for this exactly how to do it. It's super easy. It'll literally take you a minute, if even. Step 8, choose a pin template. I use pretty much the same Pinterest pin template for all of my blog posts. And this just helps keep, I want people to recognize the pin as being a part of the Jessie on a Journey brand. I have another blog, Epicurean Culture, which I have a completely different pin design that utilizes Epicurean Culture's fonts and colors and aesthetics. So I just want to have this brand reinforcement through my Pinterest pins. An easy way to make Pinterest pin graphics is through Canva. It's a tool I've recommended a million times, canva.com. And you can actually just swipe their templates, find one that you love, add in your own photos, fonts, colors, tweak it how you want it. Then you will add this pin, simply changing the title and the photo to every blog post that you publish. And this just encourages people who are coming to your blog and reading your content to share it on Pinterest, because if you just have, your landscape photos, people aren't going to share that on Pinterest. Pinterest works well with nice vertical graphics, typically with some text in there that's easy to read. So if you write a blog post, 10 safety gadgets for female travelers, your pin would have an image, say, of a female traveling solo or a safety gadget with text over it that says the title of the blog post. Then if your next blog post is 10 best destinations for solo female travelers, you would change the image to a photo of one of the destinations you mentioned, and you would change the text to be the title of that post, and you would share it to the appropriate boards. Now for step 9, join a Pinterest group on Facebook. I have found this really helpful. I've actually had some pins just really take off by being a part of these groups. I love the ultimate Pinterest group for travel bloggers. So basically each day there is a thread and you share one pin that you want other people to share. And these other people will pin your pin to their boards in exchange for you pinning their pin to your boards. It's important to choose the right group. So I wouldn't recommend joining a Facebook group that's just Pinterest sharing, that's every niche, because then you're going to have to share baby pins and wedding pins and food pins and things that aren't relevant to you. Instead, choose a niche Facebook group for Pinterest, so you know that you're only sharing pins from other travel bloggers, or if you can get even narrower, if you can only share pins from other solo female bloggers. If you're a solo female blogger, that's even better. But it's great. It's a great way to collaborate. It's a great way to meet other people, and it's a great way to get extra eyes from these other audiences of other bloggers on your pins. Step 10, join Board Booster. So I'm obsessed. I know some people use Tailwind. I've tried it. I'm not a huge fan, and that's not to knock Tailwind. It's just personal preference. It's also, I'm sure, a great tool because so many people love Tailwind. I'm a fan of Board Booster. If you join Travel Blog Prosperity, I actually can give you 2,000 free Board Booster pins, which is great, and you can try out the tool for free. But basically, Board Booster allows you to do, a million things. It has a pin doctor that analyzes your boards and tells you what pins have broken links or duplicated too many times, and helps you clean up your boards so they look really healthy and they look really good to Pinterest. Then Pinterest wants to boost your boards more. What I love is their looping feature. So basically, if you pin a pin today, in a month, it'll likely be buried under a ton of other pins. However, with the looping feature, you set a schedule, and based on the schedule that you set, Board Booster will take that pin and repin it, say, a week later, a month later, whatever you set it to hopefully get more eyes on the pin. They also have campaigns where you can schedule different pins to be republished to the group boards that you take part in at specific times on specific dates. The other great thing about Board Booster is it has analytics, so it'll tell you, as specific as what boards do best on what times and dates. So you'll get a good idea of how to set up these campaigns at the most optimal times for your Pinterest profile. And lastly, I added a bonus step on here, is to delete any ugly pins, any pins that, after 2-3 weeks you see haven't gotten repinned at all. Maybe they have 0 repins. Maybe you want to delete those to, let Pinterest know that you're kind of like a power user, that you get a lot of traction, that you're someone that people love to share their content, and they'll be more likely to boost you. If you've had Pinterest for a while, it's likely you've repinned things that maybe now you don't think look so great. So really spend some time cleaning up those boards. It might seem overwhelming at first, but choose a board that you really want to rank for, that you're really proud of, and start with that one, clean that up, and then you can move to the other boards. So again, those are the 11 steps that I've used to really ramp up my Pinterest profile efforts. Pinterest has been amazing at helping me grow my email list, sell my products and services, get traffic to my blog so people are reading my content and interacting with my campaigns and taking part in my giveaways. So I highly, highly recommend, if you're not on Pinterest yet, for your blog to start today. Set up your profile, at least get your bio and your picture up in there, and then move on to the other steps. And I will be reposting this video with the checklist so that you can kind of go at your own pace and go through the different steps to make sure that your Pinterest profile is healthy and gaining traction so that you can have a sustainable business. So enjoy. I'll be back next week with another blogging tutorial on another topic, and I will be announcing that on Tuesday.